All right, let's try this for the third time. So, welcome to Tezos Tunas Tuesdays. Today, I wanted to do an art share space for March. I've kind of decided to devote the last Tuesday of each month to catch up on what people have been creating and see your art. Because people in the Tezos world mint new things all the time and things change fast, and I want to be able to keep up. So, today, I thought you guys, I'd love to see what you are minting lately. I'm gonna share. Let's see, I might reg the space if I try this, but we'll give it a shot. Oh, let's see. So okay, I think I'm here. I haven't crashed us yet. That's good. All right, so what I've been minting a little lately, I'll share that at the top. As we get ready for NFT NYC in April, I went back. So last year before the event, I meant to mint an entire collection of 8 pieces taken in New York City, but I only minted 3. Then I ran out of time, went down to New York, and that's when I started to get caught up in the joy of Tezos events. So then all my minting kind of ended up happening around events, and I forgot about the collection. So because NYC, I'm having issues again. Oh, there we go. Because it's coming up again in a couple of weeks, I decided to finally go back. I found the 8 images that I wanted to mint last year. I did the write-ups, I minted them, and I completed my collection. So that is my latest Tezos mint. Is I made my collection of 3 into a collection of 8 by minting 5 new scenes from New York City. So yeah. All right. So Fred, would you like to go next? Because you are our valiant all 3 spaces you hung with us. Are you ready to share a piece? And I think we lost Fred. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh boy. This may not go well. This may not go well.
Stop doing this.
Stop doing this, baby. I told you I had to have a meeting. He's like been quietly playing with Legos this whole time, and then as soon as I start talking to people, he's like, "You're not paying attention to me." All right. Anyway, I'm approving Fred. I can't approve it. Oh no, I can't approve Fred.
I did. I think I did.
Okay, let's see. Is he
I mean,
back? Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
No, I can't approve him.
no, I
Invite.
can't. I'm trying, but it just keeps.
Mommy
All right, let me invite him to co-host. I have low expectations for you can play video games, sweetie. I have low expectations for this space because oof. All right, let's see if I can approve anyone else. Okay. All right. Do we have Fred? Are you back? Are you there?
Yeah, Laura, it wasn't your fault. It was my fault. I tried to send it as a DM, the into all the DM groups, and I've been noticing there's a bit of a bug there. And of course, when I try to refresh, it froze my Twitter. So it's not your space. Don't worry, it wasn't your space.
Okay, that's relieving. I mean, I think it's Twitter in general, which is like concerning, but um would you like to share what you've been working on lately?
Yes, thanks for that. Look, I don't know if you've seen. I've been doing some acrylic painting. Obviously, I've been doing AI work and putting that on the blockchain. But I'm definitely very proud of my current the I'll put the 2 pieces up. The acrylic painting. I've basically used to do a lot of acrylic painting back in Australia, but in Australia I had access to professional brushes, professional paint. Here I've got basically just house paint. So I'm working with the primary colours and house paint. It dries a lot faster than the professional paint. The brushes, I'm even resorted to even making brushes for my own hair because the brushes that I've got here are just terrible. So I've started experimenting because I grow my hair long in winter, cut it short for summer. So I've got a lot of excess hair that I can use to make brushes, and I use that for making the brushes. So the first one I pinned up is the first piece I did, getting used to the paint. The second piece is the second one I've just done with better sort of brushes or my hair brushes and working with the paint a little bit better. I'm still waiting to get a proper photo of the second one because I've only used my mobile phone to use that. I've got a friend who's got a proper professional camera that I can take photos with. but or a better camera to take photos with. So when I get a better photo of that, I'll be minting that on the blockchain. But otherwise, just enjoying the physical art and still doing all my digital and AI art. So that's it. So thanks for letting me share.
Wow, that's really cool. I love that you're using, the materials you have on hand, including your own hair to make brushes. That's pretty creative and pretty resilient that, art finds a way. You're literally cutting off your hair to make a brush. That's pretty cool.
Oh, hairbrushes are the best. If you ever get into painting, don't buy the cheap ones. Always buy the good quality hairbrushes because they really do make a difference.
Now, are they usually made out of horsehair or human hair?
I think they use pig hair, but I got to tell you, this experience of using my own hair is actually phenomenal. They really pick up the paint well. They spread the paint well, and they really clean really easy. So I think I'm going to be convinced that I'm going to be using natural hair brushes for the rest of my painting career.
Yeah, and it's vegan friendly because no animals were harmed to cut your own hair a little bit shorter.
And I'll post a picture one day of all my different brushes I've made out of my hair. So at the moment I haven't taken any photos of them yet.
Ah, very cool. Very cool. And I think I collected one of your paintings on Tez last week. I don't know if it was one of the ones you've done more recently, but you definitely put up a painting. I think it was like a city scene.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah, that city one is one of the first ones I did too. That's again all blue. I do like to do that sort of painting just in. So expect some more. I've actually experimenting with the next things I do on scrap pieces of paper. I paint my experiments, and then I get the canvas. I then paint the final products.
That's very cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing, and thank you so much for sticking with us and co-hosting to anchor the space in reality.
Well,
All
thank
right,
you for having me.
all right, Claire. Would you like to share what you've been working on lately? Because I know you've been delving a little bit more into AI lately.
No, I'm fine because I haven't actually tweeted anything today. So, um, basically, I went a bit crazy with AI, and then I started these little monsters, and I made one, then two, then three, and then 165, and they all had their stories, which took me ages to make, but it was great fun. And now the monsters have gone to another universe, so they're meeting people now, and yeah, so we're having fun. But I'm trying to do some photography work, but it's just don't have time. I mean, this is the worst time of the year for me because like Easter break's coming up, all the reports, so much to do. So I hope at Easter I'll be able to edit something and put something up because I literally have just one piece on object. And I don't think it's going to sell. I don't think it's liked. And someone bought one piece and now it's stuck there forever. So, yeah. So I want to do something different. I'm looking into editing waves. I love waves, and I got some really cool waves. And when I went to Portugal and Nazareth, so that's probably what I'm going to do next. And maybe just some normal like drone photographs without actually editing them really in depth. But yeah. So I haven't got anything at the moment to share. Sorry, but I'll co-host and try and I'm doing two things at the same time, right? So I'm trying to clean the house and I'm trying to do this at the same time. So if I'm a bit vacant for a bit, it's probably because I'm going around with a Hoover or something and I can't hear you. But I'll promise to try and help you as much as I can.
I feel you, Claire. I am actively nursing a toddler who is mostly asleep, but every time I try to sneak away, she like clamps down harder. So I don't know the order because usually I have a notebook out to keep notes, and I keep trying to sneak away to take my notes. But every time I'm like trying to sneak away, she's like, "No, give me more." So yeah, where I feel you. I feel you. All right, so
Yeah.
I do want to go to Arena next because she was the next one in the first phase, and then I'm just going to go in the order of Artnaz, Arfat, Amin, Amir, Ovis. You are all with A's, and it is confusing me greatly with my lack of note taking. I don't know what are the odds that everyone up on the speaker stage has an A name. When I was trying to remember off the cuff, but I would like to say hello to Arena and welcome her because she was definitely trying to speak from the very beginning in space number one. Arena, how are you? Can you hear us? Are you there?
Hi, Lauren. Hi, Lauren. Yes, I had this problem when you come up and you hear everyone, and then in 20, 30 seconds it's silent. And I tried to restart my Twitter to join the space from another phone, and it was just all the same. But then luckily it rugged, and now it seems to be okay. So, hi, guys. Lovely to see you.
Hello, I'm glad. Yeah, I had to restart my phone and start a third iteration of the space to get us going. So hopefully we're smooth sailing. But Arena, would you like to share what have you been doing lately on Tezos?
Thank you so much. Yeah, of course. Lately on Tezos, I decided to bring more of my ambidextrous work and as well more of my body positive work. And latest two pieces that I minted were just in these two categories basically. So the first one that I pinned is my watercolor painting, and I'm not sure if it appeared. So it's my watercolor painting, and I called it Blooming. And what I was thinking about when I was painting it is that why I placed that rose on the. Sorry, my kids are singing very silly songs. It's like I hope nobody will. I hope nobody will understand it. It's.
I was understanding it.
I cannot stop laughing. It's very silly song. Okay, so
Is your daughter singing dirty limericks in Russian at us? Like, what's going on?
the space is recorded. It makes me so so awkward. I would translate it to you if it wasn't recorded, but hopefully no English speakers here except for Akura. So, no Russian speakers. So yeah, let me just. I left them, and they are now lamenting in the room because I left. So, my God, it's already recorded. So yeah, this Tezos mint, it's called Blooming, and I placed that rose in the place where humans' head is because it represents that a person can be so much like fulfilling who they are and like representing who they are and being so much
Uh-oh, I lost Arena.
when she appears speaks so much of her as a rose, as a smell of a rose, so beautifully, and the fragrance is amazing. Like this presence of this person is amazing, like a rose smell, so to say. So it's on Tezos, and it's 10 Tezos, and it's a part of my collection of female art. And also, let me just quickly check. I have a mint of ambidextrous art there, and it's for all fellow coffee lovers as myself. And I'm pushing forward my ambidextrous skills, and I'm trying to create more complex work. And so this was quite challenging as to the um, creating more complex and geometrical shape, and to make this shading and to create a cohesive composition. So it's like really next step for me in creating this kind of art. And also it's cute. And I hope you will like it. It's also 10,000. So
Yeah,
let's go. Thank you.
That is cool. It does look like I would struggle just to figure out the geometry of that piece, just drawing it myself. I can't imagine trying to do it with two hands at the same time, and you're doing it, you're filming it, you're doing it as continuous line work, so you're not pausing and erasing. It's pretty impressive the way your brain works.
Thank you, Lauren. Yeah, this one is not a continuous line because it would be too difficult probably to make like it all to make it all even lines and not breaking. So I decided to try just like a regular kind of drawing, but with two hands to change the style a little bit. But it is more difficult in the sense that I have to create geometrical shapes and to try to hatch them as I would with normal graphics, but with two hands it's a bit different. So yeah, thank you so much.
Awesome, thank you. And I would like to request that anyone who shares up here, I am not even going to try to retweet today because I don't think that's a good idea. So please, 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 please do share your piece up at the top, but also in the bubble. So when the space is over and I've closed it and we're all safe, I can retweet all the pieces. Because I'm pretty sure if I do that now, we will lose everything. So, but yeah, thank you very much, Irina. I love to see your latest work. I always love your work about all kinds. So thank you for sharing. Okay. All right. So next up, I'm going to go with Artnaz. Artnaz, hello and welcome. Hopefully you can go.
Hi,
Oh,
yes, hi,
yay.
Lauren. How are
Hello.
you?
I
How's your
am,
lovely daughter?
yeah, I'm struggling, but we are making it happen. We are being, what's the word? Persistent. There we go.
Yes, I always follow your stories on Instagram and see her so adorable. Yes, hi Fred, hi Claire, Ambidex, everyone. Let me introduce myself for those who doesn't know me. I'm Arnaz from Iran and multi-style artist and photographer. I have some a collection of my watercolor and abstract art and objects, but recently I minted a collection of my photography and objects in the collection of Iran, actually. I want to take you a travel around Iran with my photos, and I started with actually the two seas around the Iran. One is Caspian Sea and one is Persian Gulf, two pictures of them, and also I started with the Shiraz city, one of the most beautiful city in Iran with the ancient history and so many beautiful houses in there, artistic
Nice.
mosque house and very a lot of museum actually in there with Iranian and architect, and also near Shiraz there is a historical place, a historical site. This is Takht Jamshid or Persepolis or Parsopolis, and everyone pronounce it in some way. And we call it in Farsi Takht Jamshid. This is one of the oldest historical place. It's belonged to 2,500 years ago, and to Hakhamaneshi dynasty. And I took this photo in one of my trip to Shiraz with my daughter. Some of the photos took by my daughter, and you can see them. And one of them are one-of-one, some of them are editions, and you can check them. And I suggest you go to the object and check them because they are beautiful in the big size. And if you have any question about them, I'm here. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Oh, awesome. Thank you for sharing. You're multi-talented. Especially a lot of my favorite was if you go back to the the mosques, the bottom, the third one, there is that the reflection, like the light coming in through the window is casting the color of the stained glass onto the opposite wall, and it just creates like this double layers of patterns and light that I really enjoy a lot. So fabulous job.
Yes, that is Nasirul Mulk Mosque, one of the famous mosques in Iran, and all the people comes for that glasses and the architect of there. And it took me so much time to take that photos because they were so crowded in that time, and we should wait until find an empty place to take the photo. And many photographers took photo in that mosque. And so if you come to Iran, I suggest for sure for visiting there.
Definitely. I've seen so many beautiful photos out of Iran that I definitely, hopefully someday I can make it there. Like I'm hoping someday things change a little bit so that it's an okay thing for me to do to go because I've seen so many beautiful images. Just the landscape and the architecture is gorgeous, and I definitely want to make it there someday.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And after that, if you let me, I share one of my friend's work as well because she doesn't have good connection.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. I want to share Saha's work. She's an illustrator, and one of her works that minted lately is The Moon Girl, is a collaboration of her and Cover. And thank you for listening to me, and I thank you for your support.
Of course. Thank you so much for sharing. I don't see that picture yet. It hasn't
Hi.
popped up yet. Hopefully it does soon, the illustration, because I know Sarah's work and it is really cool. I think I've collected some of it. But who is that not true for? I have no self-control. Oh, there it is popping up now. Oh yeah, that is really cool. It's like I love her style of like black and white. That's awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing. And I will go on to our next speaker, which is are you still there? Arfat. Arfat, are you still there? Can you still speak?
Yeah, hi Lauren.
Awesome.
Good evening.
Yay. Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Working through the tech struggles, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. So would you like to go ahead and share your piece?
Yeah, sure. I will. Thank you for having me. Hello everyone. My name is Arfad and I am a photographer. I do nature photography and sometimes I do street photography. I love street photography because at the same time it makes me a connoisseur in my environment. Yet I am documenting people's lives in public and making history. So today I will share with you one of my pieces from my collection. I hope y'all can see it up there.
Not yet, but it should pop up in a second if you start talking about it.
What did
Yes,
you
sure.
talk about?
Well,
When
I
you
wrote a
told us so
description about it, which is in the
that's why
alt.
you don't count.
I met this boy on the street,
We
so I decided to write something to this
count.
picture to make it
This
like
is
flow
so
with the
count.
picture more. So here
Ooh.
is how it goes.
So count.
I am who I am not because I want to be. I am who I am because of the choices my parents made. Life is unfair. I live by myself, yet my parents depend on me to provide something. I live my life in agony. I am Almajiri. I am Almajiri. Well, looking at this picture, you can see pain, you can see fear. Yet at the same time, you can see determination that not by any chance this boy is willing to give up. He's willing to bust his butt in them crackers so that to see he make it. We may wake up every morning with food on our tables, but others out there don't. Everybody has a battle he's fighting. We all know ourselves, but we don't know what others are going through. I wanted this piece to remind us that in every situation we found ourselves, we should always be content because someone out there is going through worse than we are going. And yeah, that is it about that piece. Then there's the other one,
Look
which is
what this
also from the
toilet looks like.
collection,
Let's
which
see.
is two of
This
them,
is what this toilet looks like.
titled Solitude.
That's
The
what this
description
toilet.
goes like this: Tomorrow belongs to
Hey, this
people
is
who
what
prepare for
this
it
toilet looks
today.
like.
And if you
Oh,
think you are
cute.
too small
And
to make a
this is
difference,
what
then Try spending the night with a mosquito. I bet you know a night with a mosquito can be full of sleepless nights, disturbing sounds, and if you're lucky you're from the Europe, then you wake up to your skin with heavy red spots on your body, and that's very unfortunate. Street photography speaks a lot about people, not only what you may be going through, but it speaks for others. And I wanted my pieces to speak for those. We have technology. We are here with our friends. We laugh. We cheer ourselves. I mean, we make fun, and life is beautiful. But these kids, they don't. They don't know what Twitter is. Talk less of NFTs. They are just living their life. They don't go to school. They are just roaming about on the streets, homeless, shelterless, and life is unfair. And yeah, this is what I would love to share today with you, Lauren, Fred, and Claire. So thank you for having me, and thank you for listening.
Thank you so much for sharing. They're beautiful portraits. I can only see the first one. The second one didn't pop for me. If you don't mind sharing it again. But I love the stories you wrote behind it. I love your mission of sharing, the life and the images of people that aren't as connected globally as we are and don't have the opportunity to share. It's a great initiative. And I do love these pieces. Please do share them in the bubble below so that I can find it after the space because they're very cool and I would love to share it more widely. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Lauren. I appreciate that, and I will definitely do that. Thank you for having me. Thank you for hosting the space.
Um, Anything to add, Claire or Fred or Arena? All right. So we will go on to
Yo, I'm sorry, can I make a comment on Alpha Artwork?
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Alright. Firstly, I see my man, he's rocking the Little Dankilians PFP. Shout out to you, Vera. But yeah, I just want to say, like, guys, in case y'all don't know, Alfred is a particular kind of photographer that is grinding out here like really, really good. And something about this particular artist is that he's bringing the stories, he's bringing something that seems to be impossible, he's bringing it out here on Web3. He's an amazing photographer that you all need to check out. Like, trust me, you all wouldn't want to miss what Arfat is preparing. And he was like, highlighting what he has, for everybody, for his projects, for his photography journey on his space. And I had a closer look, then I realized he has something very unique. And the way the photography, the way he has his should I say the editing of his photography, it doesn't give you the normal vibe, it gives you the vintage vibe, which makes it rare from every other photographers out there. But yeah, I'm a lover of photography also, and I just decided just to put that out to you guys. I see Lauren is also a photographer, which I love you. That's the reason I gave you a follow, and we've been connecting, but not really much. But I just want to say shout out to everybody, and you guys should check Alfred out. Like, he's creating fire. I really wish to collect some of his artwork soon. Also, big love to you, fam.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I love the passion. I do want to collect one of his pieces once the space is over because, again, if I try now, I will rug us all. But thank you for your, what's the word? Like praise because I think it's well deserved. And I see Tez Town has their hand up as well. I think it might be Lily White behind the account today.
Yes, and I'm sorry to disrupt the space. I was wondering if I could share the event really quickly because I have to leave in like 5 minutes, and I didn't want. If you may have already done it in one of your. I heard that you had trouble getting a space, but
Yeah, sure. Let me just finish with Arfat, and then you can jump in and share the space before you have to go. So, Arfat, do you have anything to respond to Dream Brand, or are you all set?
What did he say? Come again, please. I didn't know you.
Oh, I'm asking Arfat if he has any follow up to what you said.
I just down. I may be a little bit rugged. Please, if you may repeat your question, that would be welcome.
So it wasn't a question about your work. Did you hear what Dream Brand said about how much he loves your work and respects your photography and all of that?
Yes, I did. And Dream is a friend of mine and a brother. I had him and I appreciate him. And thank you, Dream, for what you did out there. And I couldn't hear Tez Town. After Dream, I couldn't hear what Tez Town was saying.
I got it. They're asking about promoting an event that they're going to hop in. So awesome. Well, thank you very much for sharing. I now see the second piece, and Dream Brand is very right. Has an excellently vintage vibe. You do a great work in capturing light. So do please share those in the bubble so that we can collect those later when Twitter doesn't hate us as much. So thank you for sharing. So we'll go to Lily real quick so she can share her space before she has to go, I mean her event before she has to pop out. And then we will go to Amin and then Amir. So, Lily, go ahead. Hello, welcome.
Hey, well, thank you so much for letting me jump in here. I've got to be in another space in just a few minutes, but I wanted to make sure everybody had heard about the Tez Town's new event, also being boosted by Tez Tunas, and it's a spring fever event. It's a burn token event. I just pinned the poster to the nest. If it comes up here in a minute. We want everybody, no matter what level you're at, to please join in and the fun. And how it all works is that you mint 50 editions, so you send them all to Tez Town, and then they are resized according to how many collectors currently the artist has. And then once they're resized and everything, and we get the pot all filled up, April 6th is the deadline. And then on April 8th, we start selling the burn token to the collectors, and they burn the burn token, and it gives them a random NFP from the event to their account, and hopefully that'll help connect artists to some new collectors and get some collectors eyes on some artists they hadn't seen before. And if anybody has any questions about the event, you're more than welcome to DM Teztown or me, Lily White, and I will do my best to answer those questions for you. And thank you, Lauren. I appreciate you letting me cut in like that. Sorry, I'm trying to spread myself a little thin these days.
Oh, I understand the struggle. It looks like Artnaz has a question. Go ahead, Artnaz.
Yes. Hi, Tessa. Hi, Lily. I just minted because to work for Test Town events, and I want to ask when it start to promoting, we should promote it, or no, it's just for minting for your collectors. I didn't understand this part. And when you list them to promote.
Yeah, you can start promoting now. Yeah, I hope that you'll all be helping one another promote the art. I've been trying to tweet them out on the Teztown account. A big long thread under the pinned tweet, and then if you scroll down there's some different instructions in different languages. I think we have Spanish, Indonesian, and Greek right now. If we get any others, I'll add them to that as well. Also, there's a copy and paste of the address that you send the NFTs to make it a little easier. But the artwork should all be there as I'm trying to keep up as they come in. And yeah, please retweet one another, and you're more than welcome to make your own tweets as well, or pin them in, wherever you normally send them to. And right now, the main focus for Teztown is to get in touch with all the artists that we will potentially be able to mint for this event, because it always happens that the day after the mint closes, there's some people that are like, well, I never heard of this. So, helping us get the word out about the event is we're really grateful for that.
Awesome. And if you don't mind sharing the in the bubble as well, so that I can retweet after the space as well.
Oh yeah, I'll do that, Lauren, before I leave out.
Sorry, Artnaz, I think I might have accidentally cut you off. Did you have a follow-up question?
I just wanted to say, because they don't have price, I didn't promote them, but I asked the DM, no problem.
All right. Does anyone else on the stage have any questions for Lily before she hops over to her other space? No, I think it was good. All right. So yeah, I got to work on what I want to mint for this event. I haven't I'm always running. I feel like always running behind with events and Tez. I'm always like, oh, I gotta need something, but I will get something to you. So as soon as I can.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with, Lauren. Thanks for the space, and goodbye, everyone. I'll see you around the blockchain.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. So I do want to hit jump to Amir and then Amin. So if you're ready to share before you get rugged or anything, hop on up. And I do know Brain Digs, I'm trying to get you back up. I know you got rugged and the space was full, but hopefully there'll be space in a second for you. So you'll be next. All right. So what did I say? I said, Amir, go on ahead. Can you hear us, Amir? Rugged, perhaps? Oh no. All right. Let's go to Amin. Oh, and then hopefully by the time Amin's done, Amir has been able to get back to us. So Amin, hello and welcome.
Hello guys, hello Lauren, hello Frederick, hello Claire, and hello other guys in the space. Nice to see you here, guys. I'm really happy that I have this opportunity to get to know you better, see your artworks, and also share my artworks. But let me introduce myself at first. My name is Amin, and I'm from Iran, and I'm 20 years old. And I'm a multi-talent artist that I can do everything like photography. I can create 3D artworks and also visual artworks with Photoshop software, Blender, and Procreate. And also, I can create digital and also analog collage. And now I just want to share two of my artwork with you guys. The first piece I pin on top is retrowave work that I create with Photoshop software, and it doesn't have any special story because I'm a huge fan of retrowave type artworks and also retrowave musics. I create this piece because if you check and also see the retrowave type arts, you see some beautiful art, beautiful colors like pink, a kind of purple, also a kind of red, and also, I mean, it has lots of bright colors, and that's the reason I'm a huge fan of retrowave artworks. And that's the reason I create this piece, and it's only one Tezos, and only 4 editions left, and I hope you like it. And that was my first piece that I want to talk that I talked about it. And the second piece I want to share with you guys is a digital collage that I also create with Photoshop software, and I called it a door into yourself. And this piece is about self knowledge or self awareness. And as you see in the picture, I try to put some elements on this piece, and I write a story behind this piece, and now I'm going to read the description of this piece. uh, Self-awareness is very, very important for every person. With self-awareness, human can successfully overcome all problems and move towards freedom. I have used collage style to make this design more beautiful and also to make the concept more catchy and also more attractive. I use the elements of symmetry in this design. If you look carefully at this picture, you will see a human being represented by a black sky full of small stars. The reason for using these elements in this collage is that the black color of the sky is a symbol of problems and dark days, and the presence of those small stars is a symbol of hope. In the middle of this image, I placed an unknown energy whose waves are only known and considered as positive energy. Also, if you look carefully at the human head, you will see that a door.
I think we might have lost you. Can anyone else still hear? I mean, speaking.
No, he's rugged. Can't hear
Oh,
him.
oh, that stinks. I do like this piece though. I like how the center kind of looks like glowy almost like it's metal. Like you created a metal texture on the piece, which is pretty cool. But I think we've lost him, unfortunately. Just anyway, can we? Oh, oh, Twitter. I mean, if you want to come back and try again, but otherwise, I do like your pieces. They're very like how you put a lot of texture in it. I like the light. That's fun style. So if you want to make sure you put those in the bubble, and that way we can share them out after the space. And I wish you luck. And thank you so much for bearing with us and waiting through the multiple rugs because that was not easy. It looks like Amir is down in the listeners trying to request. I'll try to get Amir back up once there's space. But in the meantime, I will go to where'd we go? Ovis, are you still there? Yes, Ovis. So you are up, Ovis, and then I have Pixel Dreams and Retro Manny. If I can get Amir up, I'll let Amir skip ahead. So Ovis, how are you? Welcome.
Hi, Lauren, Fred, and other friends. Hope you're well. So I want to introduce myself. I'm always from Iran, and I'm a photographer. And I like to wildlife photography and nature and portrait and so on. I'm new member here, and but I just have 4 collections on object with a few photos that you can check them. And I don't know what should I say, but as I said, I like photography, and my collection called the wildlife photography, landscape, and digital painting, and a single edition collection that it has um, expensive picture in single edition, but in other collection there are low prices photos. And that's it. And thank you having me.
You're welcome. Oh, you're welcome. And I just pinned up your pinned tweet, and it looks like it's a new sunset photo you have. It's really striking. I like the streaks of light coming up and the way you capture the reflection in the water. And then it looks like to the right you posted a sample of your pieces, and I see 3 desert scenes.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think today I had sent some of these photos under one of your posts, and I think you probably see them. And but I sent here again.
Awesome, thank you. That's great. Yeah, no, I did see those earlier coming through. Oh, and I see you've pinned. Awesome, and I love your bird photography. Oh, you got a what's it called? A hawk with a fish in his talons. That's a pretty cool capture. Very nice. I do love bird photography. I have quite a bit of it myself, so I am
Thank
glad to
you.
see. Always glad to see bird photography.
Yeah, bird photography is so hard, as you know.
Oh yeah, they are fast and they are small. They don't trust us at all.
Yeah, and fortunately, I think a few days ago, one of my bird photography won the gold medal.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. What happened?
I said a few days ago, one of my bird photography won the gold medal.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah, and you can check them on my profile on object.
awesome. Glad to hear it and glad to welcome to Tezos. I'm glad to have you in the space and it's so nice to officially meet you voice wise at least.
Thank you so much.
All right, and thank you for sticking with us because I know we've had quite the struggle this morning. All right, I see that Amir is back, so I want to let you go ahead. Hopefully, you don't rug again. If you can talk, go ahead. It is your turn. Go for it, Amir.
Amir, I think he had rugged again.
Oh boy, yep. Twitter is not his friend today.
Can I share his art?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead, Arnaz? It's probably the best bet.
Okay. And let me share his art. His pin tweet. I think he's a photographer. Actually, we have two Amir. I thought he was my friend changing his profile, but he's another Amir. But I think he's a photographer, and I share his photos as well. Okay.
مرسی آرتوز. من
And
از
can
طرف
I
امیر ازت تشکر میکنم.
what?
گفتم من از طرف امیر ازت تشکر میکنم چون خودش که نیست.
Okay, we say thank you on behalf of Amir. Okay, and if you let me, Lauren, can I share one of the others that can't come up?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Sorry, sorry excuse me that I jump in. I share Sindal's AI art because she's an amazing artist as well. I just shared it and thank you for your support. And I'm going to listener to give the mic to others, and thank you so much for giving me time.
Awesome. Thank you for your help, Artnaz. I will approve. I'm going to try to give Amir one more shot, try to approve him to come up again, see if it works one last time. It looks like you have some really cool EU's expired vintage film, which I like the green. I like the effect. It makes it look, cool and old and retro, which is really cool. I don't know if you can talk. Can you hear us this last time? I saw you unmute. Can you talk, Amir? I guess not. I guess it's not going to work. All right. Sorry about that. I do like your photography. Thank you for your valiant efforts. If everyone can go and give Amir's work a share, because he's trying very hard to come up, and then Twitter is just not working. It is this cool vintage, like expired film vibes, which I enjoy. So definitely share it. Make sure you get it out because he's been trying so hard to make it work. And then I'm just going to look at Sendolf's digital art, which is gorgeous. It's like this gorgeous flower with a butterfly. It is very, very cool. I like it a lot.
Can I just say, Lauren, I'm going to collect something from the last speaker, the one with the sand dunes and some beautiful stuff here. I'm just looking at it now. So some desert called Mesra Desert. Looks amazing. So I'm just going to have a look at that now. It's amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, those are gorgeous.
Thank you so much. It's Mesr Desert.
Right, Mesra. I love the colors and the shadows. They're just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Dream Brand, do you have a comment? Dream Brand? You have your hand up?
Can you guys hear me? I'm rugging real bad. Can you hear me, guys?
We can hear you, yes.
Oh, I think please give me the heart if you can hear me, because I'm not hearing you. All right.
All right, good. See you there. Okay, so I'm gonna go Pixel Dreams, Retro Manny, and then Dream Brand. You're next on that list. You're third on the list. So hopefully the Twitter gods are in our favor and you can stay with us that long. But I do want to go to Pixel Dreams because they've been up here for a while. So if you can speak Pixel Dreams, go for it. And you might not be able to. So we will come back to you. Pixel
Hello.
Dreams, is that you? Hello.
Yeah, I was trying to turn on my mic, but I don't know what's wrong with Twitter. Yeah, shout out to everyone in the space. Hey, Lauren, you're a legend because you bought two of my pieces, I think, last week. Hey, Fred. Hey, Clara. Hey, Savage. Hi, Retro. Shout out to everyone in the space. Let me just spin up my work real quick. Yeah, so one of my latest piece on objects. And Secret Bar is my first pixel dark art. The inspiration came to me in a dream. It's a very interesting piece. The details about this piece and the origin is in the description in object. So the way I did this drop is it's a total of 40 editions. 50 editions are listed for 1.5 Tezos. The remaining 25 editions will be set at 3 Tezos, just to also create this value for my early holders. And yeah, 3 editions are left now for 1.5 Tezos. And yep, that is all about it. I believe my description and my art speaks for itself. Thank you so much. And in case you're curious, it's all pixel rendered. It's pixel art from scratch to finish. And yeah, would appreciate your likes, your retweets, and if you love the piece, you can also collect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. That was going to be my one question: is how do you create these? I know you have like a wide range of pixel art, which is cool. I did collect two last week because just thought it was so cool. Would you use a certain program to make them?
Yeah, I use GraphX2 and Photoshop to create my pixel art. I do the main pixel illustrations on GraphX2, but for my pixel animations, I do them on Photoshop. So for this art, I did the pixel art on GraphX2. I have a process video for it. I'm just gonna pin it up. Then I did the finishing touch on Photoshop and gave it some effects it needs. Just give me a sec. I'll pin up the process now.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Thank you. And definitely drop the video in the bubble too, because I would like to see that when we get off the space, because I'm very curious of how you create it. It seems like it takes a lot of time. It's painstaking to create it one pixel at a time.
Yeah, thank you so much. I love to add more depth to my pixel art and kind of stand out in a way of giving my pixels this kind of um resolution feel, like something you see when you close your eyes, because pixel dreams.
Awesome. I love it. I love the name. I love the vibe. Love the style. So thank you so much for sharing and hanging with us today. Awesome. If anyone has anything to add, just raise your hand. That goes in turn. If anyone wants to add anything about any of the pieces they see, anyone on the stage, just raise your hand and you can hop on in. But otherwise, we will go forward because I feel like we're on a ticking clock against being rugged. Minutes, do you have a comment?
Oh yeah, I want to ask Pixel Dreams. Before he started creating pixel artworks, what were his first media, as an artist to create an artwork?
Yeah, so I started in Web2 with graphics and animation. I'm a graphic artist in Web2. Then I used to play around with pixel art before I heard about NFTs. Then I had to work on improving myself, and I started watching YouTube videos to get better in my pixel art. And I was actually inspired by the CryptoPunks. That was in 2021 when someone came to my DMs and he sent me this CryptoPunk picture and was like, "Can I create a 10K collection of this?" And I'm like, "A 10? What do you need 10,000 of this for?" And he was like, "It's and stuff." But the offer they gave me was not, I couldn't accept the offer. It was not enough for the effort I was going to put in for that. So I was like, I can create better than this. So I had to work on myself, improve on my pixel art, and get serious with it. So I started doing, stuff that looks like dreams. I tried my best to stand out from other kind of pixel art and create my own trend and aesthetics and my own style.
Thank you very much, Pixel.
Yeah, that's a cool story. I think that's what drew me to your art is it's like you're creating fine art pieces with pixel art. So much of the pixel art I see is the aesthetic is very cartoonish and the punks and like it's good because it's bad, what I mean? That kind of like super simplified, but you're going out of your way to create these like fine art masterpieces with pixels, and it's a really cool twist on the medium, I think.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lauren. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I would like to go to Retro Manny. Hello and welcome.
Hello, Lauren. Hello, Claire, Fred, Ambi, Hugo, Pixel Dreams, everyone. Thanks for having me up here. Can you hear me? Because it's been a bit ruggy.
Yes, I can hear you, thankfully.
Awesome. Yeah, just firstly, just want a big shout out to Pixel Dreams. I think he's an absolutely phenomenal artist. I'm doing a collab with him soon as well. So yeah, and just huge shout out to him and this piece, Search. I love it, which I did collect as well. The piece I'm sharing is called Atlantis Ascending. I'm just posting it in the in the nester above. Yeah, it's called Atlantis Ascending. It was a piece that I did as a collaboration for an event called Tez Tunas, where I was partnered with another artist called JPZ, and there were 6 teams that kind of battled it out in the metaverse with our artwork and music. And so we collaborated on this piece, and then it was judged by Wise Ape, Victoria, West, and Flexosaurus. And the piece won as well for the competition. There was a huge event at the end of it, and yeah, it was really exciting. So the piece was minted. There's 10 editions listed. There's only one edition left now. It's priced at 25 Tezos. And the piece is really, it's a collaboration between me and JPZ and our shared interest in the ideas of Atlantis and the ancient history and some of the ancient wisdom around the ideology and the ancient civilizations. JPZ actually studied Atlantis and the ideas of it, and many of the other aspects of it come from my culture, being Hinduism and Sikhism from India, and there's a lot of similarities between them. There's a lot of things that are being uncovered. So we kind of wanted to do a piece that I kind of gave honor to ancient civilizations. So it's like a synthwave soundtrack with lyrics, really meaningful lyrics, and some visuals that I created in Blender that hopefully kind of do justice to it and talk about the ideas of the city that was lost, and talks about also the sacred geometry as well. And I hope you find it interesting and fascinating. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. I'm watching the video on loop right now. I haven't been able to hear. I'm sure the soundtrack adds a lot to it, so I definitely want to check that out when the space is over. It is so far. I like what I see, like the ripples in the water, and it's pretty impressive that you created that in Blender because it's so smooth and looks so realistic.
Thank you. In the tweet that I've shared above, that's just it's actually a 2 minute 20 video. So it's just a short piece of the video in that piece, but on Object you can see the full thing and obviously hear the music. So yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, awesome. I'll check it out. Space. Claire, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say Retro Money is a legend for me because I've never actually spoken to him or heard him, but this is the first time. But he was one of the first people that I collected from right at the beginning, and so I absolutely love his work. And I'm gonna check that one out later. But yeah, you're a legend for me. One of the first people that I found, because when I first started on Object, I would just hunt for things and I loved your work. So congratulations.
Thanks, Claire. And yeah, I think I definitely remember that. I really appreciate you collecting in those early days, and I think you managed to get me some good secondary sales as well. So definitely appreciate that. Thank you.
Awesome. Yep, it is good stuff. But I definitely look forward to watching the whole thing when the space is over because I want to see the whole effect of everything all together because it sounds pretty compelling. All right. So if there's nothing to add to that, thank you, Retro, so much. Now is Dreambrand. Can you hear us? Are you rugged? Can you speak? Are you there? Can you
Yeah, I tried putting my phone on airplane, then come back. Then I was able to balance it up. But yeah, I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
I can absolutely hear you. So why don't you go? Amir's making sad faces. Is it because you can speak now? Well, let Dreambrand go, and then I'll go back to see what's Amir. All right, Dreambrand, go for it before you get rugged again.
All right, no problem. Well, I think it's just like an arc whereby when you are rugging on a space, you get to like put your phone on airplane mode, then bring it back, then you'll be fine. But you gotta do it fast though. If you're not fast, you rock out totally on the stage. But I just wanna say thank you very much. Like I'm Lauren, you're amazing. I see Clear, Fred, Savage, Minas, Pixel Dreams, and also an amazing artist from Nigeria, Amir, Ambidex, Tuko Retroman. Shout out to you. I love your artwork also so much. I see Oshia down there, Fatima, and David, Lucky, and many other amazing people. So shout out to you all. I just want to say thank you very much for having me in here today. My name is Dream. I'm from Nigeria, West Africa. I'm the founder and the creator of the Dream brand, and I've been an abstract artist since I was at the age of 8 years old. And it has been something that is pretty engraved in my soul. And each time I create my artwork, it's just like creating happiness for myself. My artwork is something in which is embedded in my emotions and my feelings. I'm an artist that have the passion for building a brand that is just more than art, and that is something that I've been creating on Web3 for going to a year already. I create art that transcends boundaries. So yeah, I have new drop on Object. It is Tezos Tuesday, so I'll really be glad to share what I have lost in the sentient. This collection is about feelings and emotion. It's what Lauren has felt before, what Claire has felt before, what I felt before, what every individual in this room has felt before. I would just love to read a particular piece which really connects with many people. And I was actually sharing this particular piece yesterday, and a host connected with it, and she started like she was so emotional, she cried, which I was really excited. In a way, I was able to pass the message to her. She really understood it, and she was the first person to collect from the edition. And it says, the poem goes thus: we wear the mask that grins and lies. It eyes our cheek and shades our eyes. This debt we pay to human guile. With torn and bleeding hearts we smile, and mouth with myriad subtitles. I just want to say to you guys, like, this particular piece resonates with me a lot, because I tend to understand that many of us, we human beings, we tend to put a smile on our face just like an emoji. That is the inspiration, just like an emoji, but we are deeply not happy within. We just try to bring that smile to our faces so that we would be fine, so that people can actually see us, that we are happy and we are cool. But definitely we are not cool. We have like a wound deep inside of us that we are nursing. But yeah, I just want you guys to check it out. It's 5 Tezos. There are 5 artwork in the collection. You guys can read more on the poems. 5 artworks in the collections, 3 editions each for each artwork, poem and interpretation added. And in case you are wondering how I created these are not AI, these are digitally created with 5 softwares. I created this digitally. Yeah, so thank you very much for having me today. Check it out. You can pick it up, you can like, retweet. Shout out to everybody that supports. Big love to you. I'll pass it back to Lauren for the feedback or questions.
Awesome. Yeah, I love it so much. I definitely, and the first time I saw these, they remind me of like candy almost, like ribbon candy or sweets. And when you said that they're called exasperation and dejection, it kind of threw me off. 'Cause I was like, well, these look so happy and bright and wonderful. But then paired with the poem and the idea that we wear a mask and that we force ourselves to seem happy and bright and, pretty when we're feeling these like, you know, confusing, swirling feelings. I can see that in the piece now where, the colors and everything's all swirling together in a tangled mess, but it's still showing its shiny brightness. So it really captures the vibe of the poem really well.
Yeah, thank you very much, Lauren. I really appreciate you. And yeah, shout out to everybody in this space also. It's just something that we all need to really understand. Well, in the collection, I created a particular piece. Like in the collection, there's a particular piece called Bliss. Bliss means happiness. It goes sold out within 24 hours. I think everybody wants happiness, you know. But yeah, happiness is the hardest thing that it is the hardest thing that we chase amongst all feelings, and it is the hardest thing that we get. We all want happiness, we all want to achieve something successful, but we gotta work for it, we gotta chase it, just to be able to be happy. and genuinely happy. But thank you very much once again, Lauren. Big love to you. Shout out to Claire. Shout out to Fred. Shout out to Savage. I had a collab with Team. Y'all can check it out. Big love to you all. Thank you very much, fam.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I love that you explained how you created it too with all the different programs because that is that is pretty cool. Very cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Let's see. Amin, Amin was here and putting sad faces. Amir, can you hear us? Can you talk? Were you putting sad faces because we skipped you? Are you able to speak now?
Greetings to all. First of
Yay.
all, sorry for interruptions because us Iranian must use the VPNs get through internet and Twitter. Sorry for that everything. And by the way, I wanna share you one of my collection. Hope you like it. It's called Gina. I'm gonna express it to you. In Kurdish, the word "Jina" means life-giving. As you may be aware given the recent events in Iran, for a long time our women have been subjected to pursue due to limitations on their movement, appearance and dress. In addition, many parents still adhere the silly traditional and flawed culture norms which prevents our women from leading normal lives. Being able to photograph portraits, one of my favorite types of photography, takes me on an amazing journey across many environments. I took these pictures of my close friends so they may simply live, laugh, and hang out without being foolish regulations, restrictions from the streets, or other government pursuit. A nice existence that is quite typical. I'm from Iran, 27, and I'm so a film photographer. Now I'm gonna share with you this. That shown up?
Let's see. Ah, yes, it is there now. That I see it. So those are the photos that now you take those with film.
Dear Laura, can you repeat your question for me? Sorry.
Yeah. Are you a film photographer? You shoot these on film?
Yes. I'm a film photographer. Also do some calligraphy collages, calligraphy, Arabic calligraphy.
Oh, very, very cool. Yeah, thank you for sharing. And I love that you are, part of the social movement and by highlighting women living their lives and just showing joy as your country kind of fights for that to be right more broadly.
Yes, and I really like to show us Iranian people um, to be us. We are never monsters from the world. We are just normal people who make love, communicate with each other, and live in the moment. Thanks for giving me an opportunity to speak for you guys, and I'm really appreciate to your opinions about my collection. Thanks to you all.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you stuck with us and were able to fight with your VPN and get up here so that you could explain and add a lot of context to your work because it does add a lot of context and I really, really appreciate it.
Thanks for your kind words.
All right. Thank you. So next up, I have Brain Digs, then Tuco, then Savage. So Brain Digs, would you like to go ahead?
Yeah, thank you, Lauren, for having me up. Appreciate the time and enjoying seeing the amazing work that you guys have been showing today. I actually picked up a piece of the desert piece from Ovis, I believe his name is, and just beautiful stuff. So thank you for that. Anyway, my name is Lisa, and I'm one half of Brain Digs. We are two women artists that create glasswork in a in a kiln, and then we use macro photography to explore those pieces that we've created to create our NFTs. So the pieces I posted above are a variety of works from our couple collections on Tezos. And all of these are glass pieces, and they have been incorporated with other graphics or flowers that we take macro photographs of as well and combine them together to create these NFTs. So all of these works have glass as the main part of the work, and then other graphics incorporated. And that's a little bit about us. We've been creating glass for a number of years together, and we found that that NFTs lend themselves so well to this because the glass pieces that we create are very, very small. They're about the size of a US quarter. And so when we explore them with macro photography, you're able to really see inside the glass pieces, and you see details that you wouldn't have picked up if you were just looking at them casually as glass. So we've really enjoyed exploring the pieces together and finding the little details that create some interesting effects. Sometimes we'll add metal pieces to the glass work, or various colors and various textures of glass that create certain effects, bubbles, and so forth. So that's a little bit about us. Definitely check out our work. We're really excited. We're going to drop a new piece, I think, tomorrow. So I'm going to drop that on Polygon, though. So we're going to try some little different stuff, and hopefully you guys can come check it out. And of course, likes, retweets, and all that stuff is super welcome. We appreciate it so much when we get comments about our work. So thank you so much for the time and letting me share a little bit about our stuff. And if you guys have any questions, I would love to answer. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Crap. And I do remember what you shared, that first piece. I think I included it last week in the
You did,
community
yeah.
showcase. I really liked it when I saw it. It's really cool.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yes, I was very excited to be in that showcase. So thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, I love macro photography in general, and I like that how many steps are involved. So you're creating glass work, and then you're making macro photography, and then you're adding it digitally. It's true mixed media because there's layers upon layers upon layers of art, well, layers, I guess. It's
Yeah,
cool.
exactly. There's a lot of steps in it because first you have to create the initial glass piece by using various layers of glass, like I was saying, or textures, and we probably have a couple layers of different glass types together, and then we fire that in a kiln, which takes quite a number of hours to let it heat up, ramp up, and then melt the glass together, and then you need to let it cool very slowly before you can open the kiln. Otherwise, you risk cracking and breaking of the pieces. So we have that, and then we decide which piece we would want to, focus on a little bit, and then take the macro photographs. We light it. We might use more than one piece together to create some different effects in lighting, and then move to the next step, which would be maybe layering another graphic or something else into the piece to make it even more fascinating. So that's kind of the rundown of the quick version of how we do our work.
Wow, that's awesome. And it's cool that you found NFTs as a way to share that work with people that didn't exist before. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, thanks. That I think that's one of the most fascinating things is that it actually improves the work, which instead of detracting, because you're seeing a real life thing and you're like, oh, well, that's just another version, another step away from the real thing. But I think in this case, it actually does make it more interesting. So I'm very excited about that part.
Yeah, it definitely does. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us today. And be sure to share it in the bubble as well so that I can share it after the space. Thank you. If anyone else has any comments at any point, again, feel free to raise your hand. And if not, we will go to, I have Tuco, then Savage, then Mina's. I have my list now. I've extracted myself from the baby. Tuco, do you have a comment?
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Claire and Fred, for hosting the space. Brain digs, I think that's amazing. I appreciate the discipline that it takes to do your art form, and as Lauren was saying, the layers that go into it. And one of the things that I love about the Twitter space and Web3 is being introduced to a completely different process of expressing art. And so, very cool to come across that because it's not something I would have thought of. Obviously, I don't blow glass, but I can totally see why the juxtaposition works very well, and that this is an interesting medium for you to work with. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate the feedback. Thanks.
And then, Lauren, thank you for the space. I guess I'll just jump in. As always, it's always fun to do. I'll just do a little plug. I'm also going to be holding a space at 2 p.m. To try to start getting the Latino community going and hosting a Spanish space for Tezos. So we'll see how that goes. But everyone's welcome to come in. But I did want to talk about my drop that I just did last week. Let me see. Let me pin it up. And Lauren, can I ask you, are you working off a desktop? This is the first time in 2 weeks I've been able to come up on a space because Twitter has been treating Android terribly. So I'm trying to understand.
No,
I can host spaces.
I am on my Android phone, but as you can see by the take 3 in the title, I had to do this. I scheduled the space yesterday, didn't work. No one could come up with speakers. Then I tried take 2, didn't work. So it took 3 attempts and restarting my phone to get this space running. So don't jinx it with your
Okay.
questions.
Yeah, no, it's been an ordeal, but it's weird that we can host. But so I wanted to talk about my new collection. It's called More Than a Pixel, and one of the things that I wanted to create images that capture both a person, but also that person being digitized, being put through the circuit boards of a computer, and that juxtaposition of your PFP or your avatar on Web3 and who you really are in real life. And part of what I was trying to capture is that sometimes we forget there's real people behind these PFPs or these avatars. And although we can make really great connections with people, there's so much about them we don't know. And as we start expanding and moving outward, you know, if we don't get to talk to these people and we only see their PFP or we only see an avatar, it's very easy to forget that there's humanity behind that. And I think we need to keep in mind because, you know, cyberbullying, isolation, all those things, even though we connect really well on Web3, there's still a deep sense of isolation and distance between us. And so I wanted to try to capture images that show both the person and how we live in almost a place of limbo because we're not totally in real life, but we're also not totally Web3. And so with this, I did 10 images. They're all one of ones because I wanted to make sure that we understand that each image is an individual or represents an individual. And I wanted to do a diversity of people because Web3 is a diversity of cultures, people, genders that come onto this space. And right now there's 10 pieces, 3 have sold. They're 4.5 Tezos. And again, they're all one of ones. So they're pretty, it's a very reasonable price point for one of ones and the work. So if anyone has any comments or would like to let me know what they think of the collection, please let me know. It's done as a video because it's just it's faster to be able to see it. If there's a piece that you like, as I had to explain to my mom, I'm like, Mom, you can pause the video if there's one you really want to take a look at. But it's all part of the wonderful experience of Web3. So thank you, and I would appreciate any comments.
Yeah, I really like this combination of like, you know, the Web3 feel of your PFPing people and digitizing people and what part of us is on the web and what part of us is in real and what part of us is obscured by it. I like what you're expressing by it, and it's really cool and very cheap.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's. I haven't been able to break. I've sold some one of ones that are my work. You know, for much higher on Tezos, but I can't. You know, everyone always keeps talking about how we got to raise our prices. We got to raise our prices, and yet we can't quite break through on some of this. So that's why I wanted to try just a purely one of one collection. And see how it goes. So you know, it's off to a nice start with three, but definitely would love to get it sold out. But thank you for your commentary, Lauren.
Awesome. Yeah, I just and does anyone else have a comment? I know Claire's. Oh, there she
I
is. Hello, Claire. I know you always have a
go
comment for Tuco.
Tuco. Tuco's my friend. No, yeah, I love Tuco's work, and I feel very identified with this. Definitely, I'm half a micro, half a pixel, half half a person. I spend most of my time on here, so yeah, and I do agree, Tuco. It's very difficult to try and change our prices. We're all trying, but it will come. But yeah, at the moment it's hard work. But yeah, I love your work anyway. You know I do.
I actually. Oh, Claire, you
Thank
said
you,
it.
Claire.
Sorry, did you not hear me?
Oh no, I heard you. Thank you
Oh,
very much. No, you know what? I'm not worried about it. That's what a lot of people keep, you know, saying, that it's hard times right now and all that. And I think what it is we just got to keep producing content. It will come, you know. And if we focus too much on sales, we will lose the power of art, which allows us to be expressive, allows us to enjoy the process. And what I truly, you know, I do my own original handwork, but what I really enjoy about working with AI is that I can explore concepts. And as I hone my craft, then when the collectors come back, when we start getting more people onboarded, then there'll be a variety of things to offer and people can see. So it can be disheartening. But at the same time with Tezos, I put almost all of it back into the community. And so that's also what I'm going to try to do with today's talk, to try to get. There's so many great Latino artists, and they're afraid to talk in Spanish, you know, in English and stuff. So to offer them a space much like this one, so that they can talk in Spanish, but also if they want to practice their English, it's a space to do that. So that's what we're trying to do. But thank you so much, and I'll drop down so other speakers can come up.
Awesome. Thank you, Tuco. That's a great initiative too, because like the more spaces, the more diversity of art is better for the whole community in general. And I do want to add that when Claire said that, it sparked that earlier today, someone on Twitter asked, oh, I think it was Violet. Violet was like, oh, how was the day on Twitter? And I was like, oh, I don't know. I was spending too much time in 3D worlds. And I think Joanne so beat out of my head the idea of calling not off of Web3 IRL, because this is real life, but now I'm calling it 3D world. Now this is real life, and it's very confusing that I'm calling reality 3D world. I definitely relate. I actually collected the number 6 because she's a blonde lady like me. So now you have 4 sold.
Oh, thank you so much, Lauren. I appreciate it.
I also
That's wonderful.
so thank you. It's brain digs.
I'm sorry.
I also picked one up. I
Oh, thank you. Oh, wow. Woohoo.
really cool.
Well, that put a little pep in my step. Thank you.
There you go.
All right, so now you're more than halfway sold out. So hopefully in your next space you host, you can get the rest of the way there. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Tuco. All right, so next up I have Savage, Minas, and then Lucky August. So Savage, and I do see people requesting. I'm not ignoring you. There's not space. When there is space, I will definitely bring you up. I was planning to hold the space for about another 30 minutes until 2:15 because then I do need to go and have dinner with my 90-year-old grandmother. And telling her that I was on Twitter talking to people from all over the world probably isn't a good excuse to her because she'll be like, well, "What are you talking about?" So, with that said, Savage, go on ahead.
Thank you, Lauren. How are you today? It's really great being here. This is actually my first time in your space, so Definitely want to send you your flowers and thank you for holding this space for us to come and share our artwork all over the world, right? Like I tell my mama the same thing, and she be like, "Yeah, I hear you, son," and I'd be like, "Nah, mom, really." Like I talk to people from all over the world, so I definitely feel you on that. Shouts out also, what's up, Fred? I see Manas, Lucky, Jack, Amir, Pixel Dreams. Sahar, Angie, Najee, so many friends in the place today. So it's just really great being here. For those who don't know who I am, my name is Cyrus. I'm from the Big Easy, baby, New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm a wedding videographer and photographer. That's what I do professionally. I've been a digital artist since I was a teenager. Started out making album covers for my friends. And yeah, so I like to talk about my newest collection on Tezos. So it's the Savage Freedom series of the Savage collection. This is my latest collection. It's a collection of 33 pieces. It's 10 additions to each piece. This collection, I think that just personally, I think that women are the most beautiful species on the planet, and I just love beauty. So I wanted to create these pieces for women and represent the freedoms that they should have, like all over the world, because I feel like as human beings, freedom is our gift from birth. And I feel that we all should be free. So, this is what this collection represents. I actually have a poem on this collection written by Langston Hughes, and it goes, "Freedom will not come today or this year, nor ever. It will not come through fear. Freedom is something." Oh, I'm sorry that it went away while I was reading it. Wow, really? I'm sorry. Let me go back to it real quick. I'm sorry. Okay. "Freedom will not come today or this year, nor ever through compromise and fear. Freedom is a strong seed planted in a great need. I live here too. I want freedom just as you." And as I said, that's a poem by Langston Hughes. And it just was a perfect description of what I was trying to create in these pieces. And the floor price for them is only one Tez. The first two editions of each piece is one Tez. After that, the pieces are actually 10 Tez. So it would be really cool to get one early while they're only one Tez. And yeah, I'm just really proud of this collection. I had a whole lot of fun creating it, and it's just dear to me. So thank y'all for listening to me. I also have a whole bunch of other collections as well. Too many to discuss in this one space, and people are requesting to come up. So I don't want to take up that time. If you'd like to see all the different collections that I have, you definitely can check out my object and see all the many things that I've been doing. And thank you so much for allowing me this time to speak. If anybody does have any questions or feedback for me, I would definitely love to hear it. And thank you again, Lauren, for letting me speak.
Awesome. Thank you. Nice. First of all, nice meeting you. But I love that you paired it with a poem. And I actually did. I have my laptop open now, and I've got your object open. You have quite a variety of pieces. I like how you have. They're all. You can tell they're a cohesive collection, but each one's so unique in its own individual thing. So that's really cool, and a lot of great work that you have there. So are these digital collages? Are they photography, AI, digital art? How do you create these?
So I created those. This is my first time actually using AI. So I've used AI and I've infused it into my digital art. And I also use vectors. I create vectors, bring them over from Adobe Illustrator, bring the AI over into Adobe Photoshop, and then I just infuse everything together like collage art. So that's actually how I create them.
Ah, very, very cool. I love to see people using like AI tools and incorporating into like the things they've already done and just like adapting to new technology and using it in a new way. It's really, really cool. Thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lauren, for letting me share that.
Awesome. If anyone else has any comments, let me know. All right. So, we will keep going then. Thank you so much for sharing. And please drop in the bubble too so that we can share it out, I can share out in this space because I like to share things, but it's not working. Looks like Lucky August, you have your hand up?
Yeah, hello, Lorena. Yeah, hello, Savage. Yeah, I do have comment for Savage because yo, I follow Savage on Objects, and pretty much when he minted and listed the pieces in the new collection, Freedom, like I was like stoked because collection is super dope, and the pieces are very awesome, and I definitely like the technique he like used in listing them, and also the art pieces in general, because from the onstart I've always been a huge fan of Savage artworks, and he does something very unique and exceptional from every other artist in the space, and he's like one of the realest in here, and just definitely love his piece, and I also want to say thank you to Savage for sending me an edition from the new collection. I really love the piece, and yeah, shout out to Savage. He's amazing, guys. If you don't follow Savage, definitely shoot him a follow, and check out all he has going on with the collection on all platforms, all blockchains. Definitely check him out. You definitely want to be part of the journey now, because when you see someone who's going to the moon, yo, and Savage is one of them. So definitely check him out, fam. Thank you so much, and I'll pass the mic back to Savage or Lorena.
Appreciate you, bro. Much love, Lucky, bro. And man, I just appreciate you, man. You've been supportive from day one, man. And I love what you're doing. I love watching your growth as well, bro. You definitely got my support on all sides, man. So much love to you. Thank you for everything, bro.
Awesome, thank you. And I collected number 23 just now. I like the reds and greens from that one. And the like jewelry on the main character's face that you created is really pops.
Oh wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting me. I
And
appreciate that.
I'm picking up number 13.
Hey, let's go, Fred, my bro. Thank you, bro. I appreciate y'all, man. Much love, much love. Thank y'all.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing, and I'm glad to have met you, and I followed you on Object as well. All right, so I am just gonna move a little faster along just because I'm starting to bump into my deadline of 2:15, which is in like 25 minutes, but I still have, so on my list, I have Minas, Lucky August, David, Jack, Narges, and Samosarami. I'd like to get to all of you. So if you guys don't mind just being a little, like 3 minutes or less ish, just so I can give everyone a chance, but also not be late for my grandmother. With that said, Minas, go on ahead.
Oh, hello everyone. Thank you very much, Lauren, for having me. My name is Minas. I am a multidisciplinary artist, and I do have a different kind of artworks on different mediums, including artwork which is based on true story about the past war in Ethiopia, which killed approximately 1 million people. And I've been talking about it ever since I joined NFTs. But today I am going to talk about my other work, which is a paper mosaic artwork, which celebrates beauty and culture. This piece is titled Ornate Number 3. I started creating art with paper out of necessity. I used to be an oil painting artist back in the days, but there was a shortage of oil paints on the market in Ethiopia, so I had to resort to using alternative means to create my artworks. And luckily, I had a bunch of magazines at home, so I harvested all the colorful pieces of papers and cut them into smaller pieces and glued them on the surface I was drawing on. So that's how this paper mosaic art was born. And this paper mosaic art and all of the other mosaic pieces that I have on my object and also on my non-origin profiles represents and celebrates beauty and culture, specifically culture which you find in Eastern Africa, countries including Ethiopia, South Sudan, Kenya, and Uganda. In these countries, you find a very unique tribes who practices really unique tradition. This tradition is the act of cutting their earlobes and sometimes their lower lips to insert a large ornamental plate to beautify themselves. And I find this very exotic, beautiful, and interesting. I included it in my artwork and began representing it through my series of works. And yeah, that's a little bit the background about it. Thank you very much for having me today.
Wow, it's beautiful. I love that, when you weren't able to paint anymore, you instead of giving up, you found just a new way to create and then it's became its whole new thing. I do love that. So you created this out of paper, like strips of paper?
Oh yeah, all you see in this artwork are small pieces of paper glued on a hardboard. There is a very detailed drawing underneath all of this paper. After I finished the detailed drawing, I began gluing this colorful papers on top of it. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Especially like I'm looking at her eyes and her eyes are so vivid and expressive and you even have that little like glint of highlight in her eyes. That just it's amazing. I don't know how you did that with paper. That's really, really cool.
Yeah, exactly. The glimmer that you see on her eyes, if you were to measure it, that is half a millimeter thick, or in size, it is half a millimeter. So that's how I create these small pieces. I have to use a very thin scissor to cut this papers and glue them on the surface. Yeah.
Wow. And like how long does a piece like this take you to create? It must take hours and hours and hours.
Oh yeah, it takes a lot of time to create these pieces. I have to work for 15 days on average, but every day I have to work on them for 7 to 8 hours constantly. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's so it's like 2 weeks of full-time work basically. That's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Even though it is physically taxing and time consuming, I really love this medium of artwork because the final outcome is very beautiful and it is really unique. Not many artists choose this medium to create artwork with.
Yeah, awesome. It's very unique and very, very, very cool. Well, thank you so, so, so much for sharing. Does anyone else have any comments before I hop over? Sorry to speed up a little bit. Savage, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to shout out my brother Manas. I'm definitely a big fan of his artwork. The several different collections that he's created, man. I think he's just an awesome artist. He creates really powerful artwork, and his mosaic pieces are just gems. So much love to you, Manas, man. Keep creating, man. I love it.
And then Lucky,
Thank
go
you. Thank
ahead.
you very much, Seven.
Yeah, so hello Minas. Whenever I see Minas mosaic arts, like I can't hold myself but like express the way I feel about them because those pieces are masterpieces and they are just like gems for me as Savage said and I really love his art pieces. Like Minas, like he's one of my most adored favorite artists like in this Twitter spaces, NFTs Twitter spaces and I never fail to tell him this because I really love what he's doing and Minas just wanted to say thanks today for being here and sharing this wonderful art piece with us. And yeah, everyone definitely check out Minas as well. Yo, Minas, he's going to the moon, fam. Like for real, for real. So thank you, Minas. I really love your art piece, and keep creating, keep being awesome, keep being amazing. And yo, that's what's up.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Lucky. Much appreciated. Your feedbacks are really important to me. It's almost like a mirror. So really appreciate it. And also Savage and much love to everyone.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And I actually collected it. It's way above my normal price range, but it's just so, so unique and so outstanding that I couldn't resist. All right. So, Lucky August, it is your turn. What have you brought for us today?
Hello, Lorena. Hello, everyone. Nice to be here today. And yeah, today I'll be sharing with you all one of my new means on my collection on objects in my head. But before I do, I'll quickly say shout out to a few friends I see up here. I see Fred up in the co-host. I see Claire. my sister Moses, Savage, Minas, David, Jack, Najas, Brain Diggs, Pixel Dreams, All Fly, Stanley, Oshria, Artfart, Sahar, shout out to you guys. Shout out to Joanne and yo, pretty much everyone in the space. You guys are awesome for being here and rocking out with the fam. Yeah. So for those who don't know me, my name is Lucky August, and I'm a one-of-one AI artist from Nigeria. And the piece I pinned up to the jumbotron is a piece from my collection, my first collection of objects in my head. And yeah, so this piece was inspired by death and its meaning. So it's unlike the other pieces I've made, and I'll just quickly explain the way I feel about this piece because after I read the description to you guys, I feel you all will pretty much understand the whole purpose behind this piece, and it will also leave you all asking a question if it's true, and like finding an answer to that question as well. So I'll just go ahead and read the description to this piece, then I'll talk a bit about it. And the description says, "Oh, lovely dead, we live in a world that treats the dead better than the living. The world where your absence is cherished. How sad people start listening to you once you are gone. Heroes exist, but it often takes death for them to become known. Living legends exist, but are not truly legends to everyone. How insatiable we are with the choice of heroes. A good man's death reminds the world how good he really was. Even the wicked ones receive pity. Death, how scary you must be to command such attention and respect. It makes me wonder, is it true that we don't fear God, but rather fear death and what may come after?" And that's the description attached to this piece. And I really hope I was able to pass the message out. But yeah, it's just pretty much how I see things, and how I understand people to be like, because people don't really appreciate you for who you are, not until you no longer exist. Then you go around and hear people telling of how good the person was, and how unique he was, and the things he did for others and all that. But when the person was alive, they never give him that admiration, that praise, to uplift him and keep doing what she's doing. And never really show that true support to like your hustle, and trying to uplift you one way or another, not until you're gone, and they'll be like, oh, why now, it was too early and things like that. Like, it's the reality. It's what happened here in Nigeria. I've seen it a lot, and I thought it was high time I like made the message out there, and also leave everyone asking yourself or ourselves a question: Why is it? Why is it we don't really fear God, and we rather fear death because of the outcome? And looking at the art piece itself, it pretty much explains everything. And that's why when generating this piece, I tried being very specific with the initial art pieces I created, which I then combined together to get this piece. That's why you see like the trumpets stuff on the side of the head, both sides, and it has a meaning. The circular color balls in the trumpet stuff, it shows like the people in it that are scared of death to like blow them away, and yeah, the art piece itself just like shows that how beautiful it is, and how people like fear due to like its elegance and all, and what it brings to the world, and or rather what it takes away from the world. So that's just the piece, and I really hope I was able to pass the message over to you guys, and you understand in your own way. But yeah, that's all I got today, and thank you for the time. I also have other pieces up on object, so do check them out. All are one of ones, except for the collab pieces, which are editions. But yeah, thank you, Lorena, Fred, and also Claire for the space. I'll pass the mic back to you if you have any questions or feedbacks. They are more than welcome.
Yeah, awesome. I love the idea that you're using AI art to express like a thought and a feeling that's hard to understand and hard to express, because you're right, like we do have struggle with how we think about death and life and all that stuff is just so hard for us to grapple with, and it's cool that you're using this medium to express that in such a unique and beautiful way.
Thank you so much, Lorena, and yeah, I pretty much try to express myself through every art piece in the collection, from past experiences, present occurrences, and the knowledge I have about life in general. And yeah, it's just pretty much what my collection circulates around. But it's really
You
nice knowing what
hungry?
you think, and feel about the
Want some
art piece
cheese?
and the description as well. Thank you.
Awesome. Does anyone else have any comments for Lucky? All right. Awesome. Thank you. I do appreciate your art, and I do. Please add it to Bubble so I can share it after the space. Oh, it looks like Minas has his hand up. Minas, go ahead.
Oh, thank you very much. First of all, I want to say thank you, Lauren. I just found out that he collected one of the piece. Much appreciated. And about Lucky, Lucky has been a good friend of mine, a really amazing artist. He's not only creating beautiful artworks, but he is also a really amazing author. In his own right, the poems that
Can we hit you up
he's
some raviolis?
writing and the writings, the descriptions that he accompanies his artworks are really amazing and beautiful and touching. He's a real storyteller. So big ups to you, Lucky.
Thank you so much, Minas. I really appreciate you, and it's always nice knowing your thoughts about my artwork, and getting those feedbacks just like give me a reason to keep going, and just want to say thank you so much for the feedback, and always paying close attentions to my poems and my art whenever I share in spaces. It just means a lot to me. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you for sharing. So just so everyone knows, I'm not going to let any more speakers up because I do have, I think, more speakers than I have time for. So I don't want to have anyone wait and then not get invited up. So you're welcome to listen. I want to try to get through the speakers on the stage, but I'm closing, accepting people up just because I do have to go in a little bit. But I am enjoying the space, so we are running over because that's what happens when you enjoy a space. All right. With that said, thank you, Lucky and Minas, and I want to go on to David. David, you are up.
Hey, Lauren. Hi, Claire, Fred, everyone else in the space. I hope your day is going well. My name is David. I am an iPhoneographer from Lagos, Nigeria. iPhoneographer meaning that I take and edit pictures with an iPhone. And I would like to just bring attention to my latest drop. I just pinned it up, but I'm not sure is visible yet. But probably take a while to come up. But yeah, the title of the piece is "Your Outstretched Hand," and it is a piece that was inspired by like a sort of period where I was not in a good state, and I decided to sort of reconnect with my spirituality, and I sort of just felt like a hand of God pulled me out of that well that was I was drowning in at the time. That was precisely how it felt because like after I took that step and sort of brought myself back to my spiritual life, I sort of it helped me out of that situation, and that was basically the inspiration behind this piece. Hence the title, "Your Outstretched Hand." That title was actually coined from a song, a gospel song that I really like, and so it just matched what I was going for, and hence why I titled it "Your Outstretched Hand." So I appreciate if you guys help retweet, like all of that sweet stuff, and quickly I'll just pin up a grid of my editions also on Tez. Is like works from my years as an ethnographer. Some of these pieces I created conceptually to pass a specific message, and others are just me exploring myself and my abilities as a creative. So you can check those out too, like, retweet, and support. Thank you very much, Lauren, for the opportunity to speak.
Awesome. Thank you. I do like your photography, and I like the story behind the outstretched hand that you just. First of all, I'm glad that you made it through the hard time and are in a better place now. But I love that you, once you came through it, you were still thinking about that and trying to think about like how you got better and felt better, and you created this beautiful piece of art to kind of depict a pivotal moment in your life, which is really, really cool. What art is all about.
Thank you. Thank you, Lauren. That is what it's about. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. I'm sorry, I am gonna kind of skip comments just because I want to give everyone a chance to speak, and I am running very low on time now. So thank you so much for sharing, and please do drop in the bubbles. We can share it afterwards. And I have Jack, and then Nargios. Jack, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry. Thank you so much, Lord. And Fred, it's nice to see you again. And to Claire, thank you guys so much for the space. Yeah, since I know you have
Raviolis
to
are
go,
ready.
Lauren, so I'll do it as fast as possible. Hi, my name is Jack. I'm a traditional and digital artist from the Philippines and amateur photographer. Um, Sorry. I'm a call center agent by day and artist by night, and I do have a few collections up in OpenSea, Object, and Exchange Art, but I am doing my best to focus on multiple blockchains because it was given to me, sorry, sorry. I was given advice to do that rather than just focus on one blockchain, so I get more reach with everybody. And because there are, of course, a lot of people that prefer to be in one blockchain or another blockchain as well, or be in multiple blockchains. How I do my pieces, actually, it's a three-step process where I digitally draw the center pieces or the pieces that I feel as could represent what I feel in terms of my dreams, inspiration, and emotion. Once I'm done with
Yeah,
that, I
baby.
move over to AI and I use
Madeline,
that
come
to
get
fill
some
in the
ravioli.
gaps or at least either from minor detail to background or anything that I feel as though can better go with the piece that I just made.
To
And
eat.
finally, I go to
You hungry?
Photoshop and I edit out the pieces from either lightening them or darkening, fixing the exposure from the darkness, brightness, smoothing, sharpening, and everything else. I use Procreate, or I used to, for the digital drawings, and then I use Playground IO for the AI part, and for the Photoshop, I use Photoshop or pixel art. And most of my collections, I'm sorry, are actually fundraising collections because for those who know, I'm actually doing all of this for my father, who is in need of a colectomy, and I just want to give a shout out to Joanne for the love and support, and with my father and to
Is it good?
Savage down there for the love and support as well, and for everybody, to Lucky, to Mina, to everybody who's been supporting me with the things that I've been doing. Just a short read for my pinned tweet up there because most of the pieces up there are actually, or most of my artwork are actually inspired by my dreams, and my latest pieces are technically inspired by the dreams that we sadly could not reach or we learned growing up. We sadly cannot reach them, but I have, of course, there are other ways for us to reach them, though it's not like how we intended to reach those dreams, but at least we managed to achieve them somehow. And so when I was a kid, I dreamt of being an astronaut, but since I could never do that, I found another way, which is art. So I made a few astronaut pieces representing myself, and I'm very happy because now they're forever in the blockchain and it's immortalized there. And I'm just very, very happy. And now I feel like I'm an astronaut, but on the blockchain. So Silly Dreamer is basically a little bit about me, where it's looking to the stars, a dream of the unknown, beyond what is or what can be. But a City Dreamer is what's meant for me for now.
More?
So it is a 30-piece edition on Tezos or on Object, and it goes up to 5 Tezos. And every proceeds that I do goes to my father, and everyone can monitor where it's going because I am fully transparent, I am fully doxed, and that is it. So thank you guys so much. If you want to talk to me or if you need someone to talk to, again, I am fully doxxed. My DMs are open. You can always talk there or Discord, Facebook, whatever you want, man. Because I do my best to help out everyone, especially if you want someone to talk to, just release or vent out or anything. So that's it. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a lovely dinner with your grandma, Lauren. So, yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. And thank you for sharing. I do like this piece, and I do think that Web3 is a strange new world you're exploring. So, your own kind of astronaut, a Web3 astronaut. All right, thank you. I am gonna just move ahead just because I'm sorry. I want to give you like all the respect and praise you deserve, but I'm running so late. But thank you. Narjiers, go ahead. Hello, welcome.
Hi, Lauren. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can.
Okay, that's good. Let me pin my work. Okay. I'm very happy to talk to you. I hope you and all my friends here are well. I want to talk about a collaboration work. First, I will make a short introduction for friends who don't know us. I'm Nargis and I'm an architect, and Ali Ram is a painter. We work and live in Iran, and we have published several works together in the NFT world. We first start our works at foundation, and now we join object, and I want to talk about our first collection in object. The name is True Nature. Animals have great value and authority in many beliefs, and within each human, the energy of a more awakened animal. When you feel that you are more interested in an animal than other, maybe it is because you feel more in common with the unique characteristics of that animal in nature. Just like humans, the world of animals has many differences and variations that make each of them very special, and their beauty is endless.
Yeah.
All the pieces of this collection contain the image of a woman and an animal which is bolder, and protector is a woman. If you enjoy seeing this picture, I recommend you to read the description of each piece. We work hard to write each of them to tell a beautiful story that you will enjoy reading. That's it. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me. I would love to hear your opinion.
Go ahead, Claire.
No, sorry, I have to go. I have to go to a meeting, so I can't stay any longer.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for being with us, Claire. I'll catch up with you later.
Right, bye.
Bye. And Narjis, I noticed these. I saw these. I think a couple weeks ago. I definitely love. I relate to the woman with the black cat. But I love the idea of having like a bond with an animal more than people. And are these AI pieces that you created? You guys created together?
No, no, these are digital painting, no AR.
Mm. Wow, very cool. They're very detailed. They have a lot of like really. They look very 3D, which is very impressive.
Thank you, dear.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing. Please do drop it in the bubble so that I can share it out after the space. And yeah, thank you so much for popping up today. And sorry for being in a rush. Samosa Rami, I had you next.
Hi, hi. I hope you're doing well. Hi, everybody. Okay, I'm going to be quick. So if we haven't met as yet, my name is Simran, and my art world name is Samosa Rani, and I'm from India. I create art on Indian women, and I'm a figurative and an abstract artist. Um, I just minted a piece I haven't been in spaces for a while. I've been traveling, and now I'm back. So I'm just my work up. This is
Okay.
called Flower Girls. I don't know if it's still up there, but yeah, it's called Flower Girls, and so I create stories. In real life also I work with Indian women at the grassroots level, and then somehow I incorporate that into my artwork. This is more special because this is also some part of my
Okay.
childhood. Flower girls. These are young girls you will find across India who sit in the evenings and we collect flowers or marigold or roses from our gardens or from our neighbors' gardens, and we make garlands and then we offer them to create. So, like I said, because I do a lot of abstract, I work with um, inks, I work with screen printing. The actual
Mm.
background that you see is one of my screen prints that I've done, like a reverse print, and then I've digitally added the two girls. That's my drawing on my iPad, and I kind of merged my physical art and my digital art. So that's what I've done, and this is for 4 tears. I usually mint 10 editions because invariably they do get sold out and then they're on the secondary market. So I think for me, I like it if it's just like limited editions. Usually most of my work is just 10 editions. So Summer was, she picked up one this evening, so I left there for 4 tears. And yeah, and thank you so much.
Awesome. It's cool. I love that you're combining physical art and digital art. And again, it's another example of people using NFTs to really, do multiple processes and create something unique out of physical. It's not just, making a representation of the physical. It's creating something brand new and unique by merging the different worlds. So that's really cool. I like it a lot.
Thank you so much. Yeah, my brain doesn't function otherwise. I've done physical art for 24 years. So for me, I need to touch my paints and my canvases and brushes and dirty my hands. Otherwise, my brain doesn't function. So, but thank you so much. Thank you. This is nice. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Understood. I definitely feel that. Okay, so thank you so much. And I do want to move on to Wall Buddha, which I believe is Chun Li, but she might have disappeared. Oh, she disappeared. But I'm curious to know why Chun Li changed her name to Wall Buddha. Maybe we'll have to wait till next week to find out. All right, so skipping over her because she disappeared, I would like to go to Jay. Jay, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
I am fine.
Do you have new art to share with us today?
Yes, yes.
I can't hear Jay. Can anyone else hear him?
Yes, yes. I share.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Go on ahead.
Can you see?
Not yet, but
Jay, we
things
can
are.
hear you.
Yes, Fred, we can hear you.
Jay,
Yes, yes.
just keep talking, Jay. We can hear you when you do talk.
Yes, I am Jay from India, and I make most of AI artwork and plus Photoshop.
Ah, cool. So I see your
So
piece now. It has a child with a spider web on its face.
yes, I make dark type artwork. Most of very clean and clear artwork. Uh, I create some one of one and some of five.
Awesome. I've seen some of your AI stuff before, and I definitely like. You have very creative mind, and a lot of creative, unique things come out of the stuff that you've created.
Yes, mainly I told about that you see in face spider. so I represented to we face daily many problems in life. Um, we cannot see on face, but I try to uh, how see our problem. So I try to in my art.
Ah, makes sense. Makes sense. Trying to visually represent the struggles that we all face. That is awesome. All right. Well, thank you for sharing. I am going to move ahead just because I really do have to cut off in like 6 minutes tops. Um, so thank you for sharing. Please drop in the bubble so I can share it as
Yes,
well.
and uh, today I also drop another art, mostly abstract art, a, a person walking, making John Miro art style.
Oh, I see that. Yes, it's very bright and bold and colorful and very.
Yes, 1.5 XT Tezos price and 10 edition.
Ah, awesome. So definitely drop those all in the bubble. Oh, and I see you have this courageous. Oh, that's for some. All right. All right. Well, thank you so much. I just want to get through my last three speakers because I do have to go. I have Stanley, then Mayu drops, and then Sarah. I see Stanley has already shared his piece, which is great. So it popped. So Stanley, welcome, hello, and go on ahead. Tell us about the piece you added up.
Okay, hello,
Hey.
Laura. Fred. Thank you for giving the opportunity to speak, and I'll be brief. I posted one of my pieces from my Blossom collection on object.com. This particular one is called Valued. I'm sorry, not Valued. It's called Courageous Wisdom Seeker, and it is created by AI. And then I have a poem that I've written that goes along with it that's part of the NFT, and the colors are, you see, a gold and yellow and purple, and inside the glass vase. So I like to do that. It's part of my Blossom collection. It is 3 Tezos, and if you take a look in the collection, there are some other flowers, both AI generated, and then I also have some actual photographs of flowers that I've taken with my own photography. So, and most of them are 3 Tezos. There's some a little higher, and there are a couple that I think I have priced a little lower. So that's what I have to show. And then if you were to go underneath my pin tweet, there are a couple other that I've posted. And I've also posted some in the bubble. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. And thank you for the opportunity.
Awesome, thank you. And you are welcome to read the poem if you'd like.
Okay, let me click on it real quick and it'll pop open. So for Courageous, that particular poem, it's opening up now. Courageous Wisdom Seeker. May you act with boldness. May you reflect the pure confidence of gold. May your boldness and confidence shine brightly as a sapphire in the sun. May you be happy and have joy. May you forever find, learn, and apply wisdom. May your joy and wisdom be as the victorious warrior return from war. And that's the poem.
Awesome, thank you. I love that you're combining, writing with digital art to create multiple pieces, and it is beautiful. The reflection in the glass is really, really cool. I love the stripes of color that got added there. All right, thank you so much, Stanley, and thank you for understanding my time crunch. So I would like to finish up with Mayu drops and Sarah. If you each like to share something quick, and then we will close out for today. It's been a great space. So Mayu, go ahead.
Hi, Lauren. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you here again. Um, uh, shall I first share my artwork and then I speak about that?
Sure, go for it.
Okay. Okay, as you know, my name is Mahtab. I am Iranian. I am living in Turkey, and our collections, most of our collections in Object and other platform are the liquid water drops. Abstract photography belongs to my husband, and which have been taken by him during 10 years. And now I have shared with you one of our collection in object as the chalices. These are water drops photos, and which has been taken by a stop shot device and macro lens. And after that, I would like to share with you also our new items in object as the calmness. As you see here, it is our last photos from our My Travel collection in object, and the story about the calmness is that sometimes you need to sit alone in a place to relax, not to speak with anybody, and listen to the nature sound because it makes you calm and relax, gives you peace and happiness. And this photo has been taken in Trilye Bursa, Istanbul. And you can find more items in our My Travel collection in Object 2. Thank you very much to have this opportunity to me and to speak about that. Thank you.
Thank you. I wish I had more time because I have so many questions about how you create it. I love, especially your macro drops. I love the colors. I love the precisions of the shapes. I love the bokeh, and I like the rainbow you get in it. It's gorgeous, and I love it. And I have questions, so hopefully you can come back next week when I don't have a time crunch because I would love to hear more. So thank you for
Sure,
sharing.
sure.
Yeah, thank you so much. So Sarah,
Yeah.
I want to go to you as our last speaker today. If you are ready, go on ahead. Oh, she's bragged the last minute. Oh dear. Oh dear. All right. Well, we'll give her a second to reconnect. Fred, do you have any closing words as our stalwart co-host through 3 attempts at making the space?
Like I say, thank you for doing this, Lauren. I think that's great for the Tezos community to get together like this and to share the arts because, like you see, there's pieces we haven't seen from other people. There's just different people that we, got to connect with. So it's great having this space, and thanks for doing this.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah. And so I will be sharing this recording. I screen recorded. So as you were talking, I opened up your tweet large so you could see the picture. And as you were talking about it, so you could see what we were talking about, I will be posting this to NFT Art with Lauren, and I'll host the video on YouTube. I'll be posting it hopefully later today when I get home, and I'll put everyone's Twitter handles. The goal being to get as many, Web2 eyes on our work as possible, so that people who hear about NFTs know that Tezos is where it's at. I would love for people to hear about Tezos first before any other NFTs. That would be pretty cool. So that's my one woman nishtaman. And yeah, so I think the last Tuesday of every month we'll do an art share space. Hopefully next week now I'll know to not make plans for the afternoon. To keep it open. But the other weeks we'll be talking different topics in Tezos. I will skip the week of NYC NFT because I will be gone. But yeah, May, do you have a question? Hand up?
No, I have shared some of the art pieces of the Sahar here because she has arrived, I think, and I wanted to help her for sharing this art as she is one of the Iranian artists with the beautiful art piece, and you can see her art in object as well.
Thank you so much. Yes, I do enjoy her art. I love that she expresses so much with like a minimalist style. I think I've collected one of her other pieces before that was in this style. That's very cool. So thank you for sharing and making
You're
sure that
welcome.
her art gets seen because I think she has regs. I think I've accepted her speakership quite a few times. So thank you so much for sharing. With that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go strap my kids in the car seat and fly down to my grandmother's house. But thank you all so much for coming and listening. I will be posting this, so keep an eye out. I'll be sending the link out. Next week, we will be discussing a Tez topic that comes up. I'm sure Object will do something major that we'll want to discuss. And again, the last Tuesday of each month, we'll do a share space, so we have an opportunity to catch up and see each other's work. All right. Thank you all for coming and being patient with all the struggles we had today. And happy Tezos Tuesday. And oh yeah, go join Tuco's space because he's running a space now. So go hop over there. All right. Thank you and have a great day.